Hello guys, and welcome to another edition of Rage Against the Dice. And as you've seen from the title, we're doing another new game. Now this is Draculas America, Shadow of the West, and it's an absolutely fantastic game. It definitely is. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Kev, you've got black models on a black background. What you thinking? And what I'm thinking is, I didn't think this through, and I just threw everything together as quick as possible, because you know what I'm like. But yeah, so as you saw from the title of the video, this is more going to be a hobby diary. So as opposed to being a single video where I just talk about the game, it's going to be a series of videos, eventually detailing all the way up to my posse being completely painted and the gang sheet created, and then eventually we're going to play some games. At least Alan and I are, and hopefully I think I've interested Vince a little bit, and by the end, hopefully everyone wants to play it because it looks like a really strong rule set. So a bit about the game itself. Its rulebook is produced by Osprey Games, or Osprey Publishing, and the models that you can get for it, you can use any Western models, but the models that it shows in the book are from North Star, and they're really, really nice, and you should definitely check them out. Now, I'm going to be using Black Scorpion miniatures models because I've got loads of them. But that's by the by. So the game itself is set in 1875, and Count Dracula, the Count Dracula, is currently President of the United States of America. What happened is, obviously after the Civil War, America's struggling, and Dracula swoops in, and he's like, I'm president for life now. And people go, okay, I guess you've got the teeth thing going on. Let's do this. Yeah. So then he he's got his own little cult, which is called the Coven of the Red Hand, and they kind of just take over America and they do their crazy stuff. Now the game itself is split into, originally was 6 factions. There's been extra factions added in each of the 2 expansion books, the first one being Hunting Grounds and the second one being Forbidden Power. Now you can get these in hardback and you can get them in PDF. I've got the main rulebook in both hardback and PDF, and I've got Hunting Grounds in PDF. They're dirt cheap, really. The PDFs for the expansions are £8 each, or just under, and the main book itself is it's £20 in hardback, £14 at the minute on sale on Osprey's site, and the PDF version is £9.23, and it's usually £17, so you can pick it up really, really cheap at the moment. So definitely go over and do that, because why wouldn't you? But yeah, so the game came out in the middle of 2017. It's a small skirmish game, and is kind of built from strength to strength. As I said, it's got 2 expansions, so it's pretty good. Now, my faction itself are the Red Hand Coven, which are Dracula's, posse. So I've got vampires, essentially. Now, when you are doing a campaign, you always start off with 6 models. You start off with a veteran, which is this lady here, because why not? Look at her, she's absolutely fantastic, and we will look at the models in a second. And then the rest of you people are novices, because that's how the game works. You've got novices, veterans, and then heroes, and they each roll specific dice when doing things, because the rule system is really good. So when doing tests or doing roll-offs, rookies or novices, they roll d6s, and you're always needing 5 or more for a success, so it's a lot harder for them. Veterans roll d8s and heroes roll d10s. So, of course, you got a 50-50 chance with a d10, d8 less chance, and with a d6 even less chance. And that's how it works. And we are going to run through the rules separately, but I just want to show you my models. So when you start a campaign, as I said, you get 6 models, as I've got here. There you go. And 2 of them are, for my posse anyway, are like Vampire Broodkin, which means they are vampires, the other 4 aren't. So my vampires, that's a weird close-up of my hairy arms. This is my leader. And again, this is a Black Scorpion miniatures. And of course, she's armed with just 2 normal pistols. And then my next vampire, who's still just a novice, is this lady here. So I originally wanted to take 6 ladies, because you guys know my weird obsession with female Western models. I don't know if it's the corsets or no. Black Scorpion's female models are really, really good. But I like the idea of 2 female vampires and they're bodyguarded. In this case, I've got 3 men and 1 female. So, yeah. Don't you guys look? But yeah, so these, as I said, are all Black Scorpion miniatures. So, that's the weird hand thing I've been talking about, you guys have heard. So everybody's armed with pistols, except this guy, he's got a pistol and a shotgun. And so when you design your posse for a campaign specifically, you get $22. Your models come free, they're your 6 models, and then you just have to buy the weaponry. So mine comes to $21. So I have $1 left over. But yeah, so all of mine are armed with pistols, either 1 or 2, whatever's modelled on them, because the game is WYSIWYG. Obviously, as it gets to the later stages and you start to add like dynamite and stuff, then maybe not. But yeah, for mine, I've got single or dual pistols where appropriate, and then the 1 model with a shotgun has a shotgun. Now I'm going to paint these in blacks and reds. Obviously, the 2 female vampires, I'm going to have the skin a lot paler than the rest. But yeah, I'm really, really excited for this game. You guys know me, I get excited for every game, let's face it. But it's good. As I said, it's written by a guy called Jonathan Haythornwaite. And yeah, I don't know if he's done anything else, if I'm honest. I could probably look it up, but I'm lazy. So yeah, it's a really, really fun game from what I can see. If you want to check it out online, Guerrilla Miniatures has got a really good series on it, and there's a couple of other really good ones out there that I've currently got bookmarked. I've only watched 1 or 2 videos of that I'm going to check out more. But it is going to be a game that we're going to cover in a lot more detail. So like I said, I just wanted to do a very quick sort of video introducing you to the game, introducing you to the models I'm going to be using. I think Alan's going to be going with skinwalkers, which are like Native Americans. And Vince's usual one, I think, would have been vampires. So I don't know whether he's also going to go vampires or he goes for something else. He hasn't even committed to it yet, but it's vampires and the Old West and stuff. So I think I could probably sway him. But yeah, so who knows what's going to happen with it. But I know I'm going to get these painted up. Worst case scenario, these models, because they're still, I'm not going to paint them so they're covered in blood or anything like that. They're still my Old West models and they can still be used for my other Old West games. But I'm hoping that this game particularly takes off and our guys want to play it a lot. Yeah, so I think in the next video I'll show you the progress we've got up to on these, and we'll run through the 6 starting factions in the first original book and talk about the game in a bit more depth. As I said, I just wanted to cover it very basically. It's a skirmish game, it's very gothic horror, it's the Old West. I get to use my Old West scenery, which means I might even paint it up. Big props to TT Combat and Sarissa, because they're where most of my buildings come from. Obviously, as always, a big shout out to Black Scorpion Miniatures, because their sculpts are fabulous. They're pretty reasonably priced in the UK. They usually get to you darn quick as well, 2 or 3 days. But yeah, they've got a Facebook group. I will link it as I always do. I'll also link the page to where you can buy the standard rulebook, the Draculas America Shadow of the West, and I'll also put the link for the models that you can get that are official for the game. So, to sort of summarise, we're doing a new game, because I'm always doing a new game of one sort or another, but it's using existing models, so I've not spent any money, so don't snitch on me. We're going to get some stuff painted up, we're going to have some fun games, hopefully it's a series that you guys like. I mean, tell me, is it a game you guys have already played? If so, let me know. What did you think of it? Do you like the system? It uses a very, very simplistic system. As I said, each model has 2 actions. When you activate a model, you can either do 2 actions with 1 model or 1 action with 2 models. And obviously the missions are very varied. One of the things I do like about it, as a quick sort of side note, is that you have bystanders, general citizens, and you can use them as human shields, and you can feed from them if vampires, and you can do other stuff with them. I think it's a really, really cool mechanic. But yeah, guys, I'm going to leave it at that, because what was going to be a 2-minute video has somehow gone like the 10-minute mark. Got to hit those YouTube numbers. But yeah, guys, the usual: like, subscribe, share. If you like what we're doing, check out some of our other videos. If this game isn't to your liking, maybe one of the others will. Rumble Slam, Oak and Iron, Blood and Plunder, Walking Dead All Out War. We've got some Necromunda on there. Carnivale. Drop Zone, Drop Fleet. We cover a lot of different games. There's got to be something there that might appeal to you guys. If nothing else, check out Paint with Nate, because Nate's an absolutely fantastic painter. But anyway, guys, pray the dice gods. Hope they smile upon you, and take care and stay safe.